So we're going to pop back over to the total sales sheet. We're going to be inserting and formatting some word art. So we're going to go up to A1, and they want us to delete the text that's there. Then they want us to increase the height of the row to 138. So I'm actually going to go to Home, Format, Row Height, key in 138. And then I'm going to go into the Insert tab, and I'm going to select Word Art, which is way over here on the right. And the one they want is this kind of black outline, first column, third row. And so I'm going to key in Evergreen, and we want this to be on the first line. So I'm going to press Enter, and then I'm going to key in Products. And we're going to do a little formatting to this, so I'm going to actually click on the border, and you'll see it changed from a dashed line to a solid line. And we're going to adjust the fill color that's inside of our letters. So we're going to click on Text Fill. And they would like green accent 6, darker 50%. I believe that is our last option. So we're going to select that for the color. And then we're going to do a little text effect to this. So we're going to click on Text Effects and go down to Transform. And they would like us to pick an option called Can Up. Okay, but if you point to these different styles, you can kind of see what they do. Okay, this is the one they want, okay, but you can kind of get a feel for what the different transformations are. But we are going to pick Can Up, so I'm going to go ahead and select that one. And you may have not ever noticed this before, but when you put in word art that's kind of been warped, at the bottom of the text, there's a little yellow circle. And you can actually adjust the slant of the word art by dragging that circle. So we're going to drag that circle up about 1/4 of an inch and then release. And now you see that it is a little bit more slanted. Okay, so that is what that little yellow circle does. And now we're going to reposition our word art. So you need the 4-headed arrow. We're just going to put that word art right in kind of the center of A1. And then we're going to go into Seattle Sales. We save our changes. And they would like us to do something very similar for the title here. So what I'm going to do is actually, with this one selected, I'm going to copy it. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to paste. And then I'm going to delete out the current. And we will adjust the height. I think it was 138. And then let's just take our little title here, move it up. Whoop. Hopefully move it up. I might have to do this in a couple steps here. And once you have that positioned, if you want to adjust anything with this, you can, feel free. If you want to change the colors, that's fine. If you wanted to change the slant, you can do that. If you prefer a different style, you can do that too. If you want to make it wider, you can basically make whatever adjustments you want. Totally up to you. And once you're happy with how it looks, then you're going to go ahead and save your changes. And at this point, we are done with this chapter and you can close your file. Oh, one other thing you might want to take note of is your graphic over here. It should all fit on one page. So if you have landscape, you may need to do a little adjusting of this graphic. And I can see that mine is a little too big, so I'm going to have to make it just a tad smaller. Make sure I've got the graphic here. Let me make it a little shorter. Because you do want this graphic to display to the right of the spreadsheet. Okay, and this does need to be on one page. And we've got that little arrow here that's kind of off. So you want to make sure you get this, you know, as big as you can make it, but one page. And then you're going to save your changes.